Yeah, I live in London.
Well, this is a whole brain. Let me just take it out.
It doesn't. It looks quite small.
Yeah,
Doesn't sit.
quite interested to get to see all these details.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
I'm quite grateful for the
At least you're not
opportunity.
squeamish.
Is this one got
Not so much.
Parkinson's?
Sorry?
Is this a Parkinson's?
Yes. So this is the whole brain. When it's fixed, as you can see, that it changes its colour.
Yeah.
So it's gone from that pink colour to this. So
Right.
this is the whole brain. So in this state, it's much firmer. So it's more like almost like rubberized. So fixing it, allows you to manipulate the tissue. So this is a whole fixed one. So we do two things. If we collect the tissue within 24 hours, we bring the tissue back here. We separate the two halves. One half gets fixed, one half we snap free is what we do. Whereas if it's over 24 hours but under 48 hours, what we do is we ask the hospital to place the whole brain in fixative. Because the quicker that we can get the tissue, the more research use it has. But this slower sort of processed tissue still has some use, but it has less research use. So what we do is get the hospital to fix the whole thing, and then we ask a courier to collect it later on for us, and then we process it exactly the same. So we've managed to get about 65% of our cases within about 24 hours after death. So if all the paperwork and all the things go well, we can collect the tissue quite quickly. Even we've had donors die in Northern Ireland. We've flown over there, got the brain, we've done all the paperwork, and come back within 24 hours. So,
And what's the status of this particular brain? What's going to happen to it?
well, this will then be examined by the neuropathologist. So then he will slice it. He will take 23 different regions out of the brain, and then I'll show you in the next room where they actually do further processing to cut it into sections, and then the neuropathologist can look under the microscope and see whether the patient had Parkinson's or whether he was the person was a control, a healthy subject.
And then it's going to be frozen and preserved.
It's preserved in its state at the moment, but once the diagnosis has been made, then the researchers can request tissue from this case.
Gotcha.
Brain barrier. Is that uniformly distributed surface of the whole brain?
It's actually in the blood vessels that supply the brain, so it's at that point where the blood-brain barrier is. It's not just a single thing that is over the surface. So all the blood vessels supplying the brain have this barrier inside them. Your normal blood vessels, cells in the blood vessels, they normally butt up to each other, but it's quite leaky in between the cells. Whereas the blood-brain barrier is so tight against each other's cells, nothing can pass in between them. So drugs have to dissolve through the cell and then come out the other side. So that's why it's difficult to get drugs into the brain.